Toyota versus America versus Europe. Which engineering philosophy actually survives? You might expect the most advanced chassis to win, but durability isn't decided by complexity alone. Toyota's modern platforms chase rigidity, low mass, and controlled architecture. American trucks often solve the problem differently: massive load paths. European engineers often push stiffness, weight, dynamics, and packaging simultaneously. Now look at the materials. Steel isn't automatically old-fashioned. Steel brings strength, joining familiarity, repairability, and predictable manufacturing. Aluminum can reduce mass, but changes manufacturing and repair requirements. Then comes the test Toyota takes extremely seriously: repeated abuse. But American engineering can be brutally durability-focused too. So Toyota doesn't own durability. Its optimization target is different. Now packaging reveals another major philosophical difference. Toyota standardizes hidden architecture while preserving visible design freedom. American trucks sacrifice compactness when payload and utility demand space. Europe often compresses hardware to maximize dynamics, space, and weight efficiency. Then comes adaptability. How easily can one architecture become many? Toyota's strategy makes shared engineering economically powerful. But standardization can never replace vehicle-specific engineering. European brands often spin complexity to extract driving character. American trucks spin mass and hardware to deliver capability. Toyota often spends engineering effort on repeatability and controlled complexity. 3 philosophies, 3 priorities. None is universally superior. The real Toyota advantage isn't primitive engineering, it's disciplined engineering. So the question isn't who's most advanced, who controls complexity best.